Today we're going to be working on Leetcode question number 147, insertion sort list. You have been given the head of a singly linked list. Sort the list using insertion sort and, and return the sorted list head. So basically insertion sort is, if you look at this example, you're going to be at one node and you're going to find its proper location, and wherever is the location you're going to be inserting it there. So in this example, basically we want the list to be sorted and return the head of that list. So basically our algorithm is going to be off and scare at worst, and then we're gonna make a copy of like a dummy head using a dummy head, so that we can keep coming back to this dummy head to iterate through the list in order to locate the proper position where every single node is gonna go. So we're gonna say that the list node, this is a dummy node, okay, and then we're gonna say that uh, this our head is basically gonna be, we're gonna say that the dummy head is actually the next is pointing to a new like we're gonna have a copy of that node to insert. That's where we're gonna start with, and this is where our node is gonna be there to insert. And then at the beginning we're gonna be pointing it to head. So while we have head and head dot next, so while we're not done with the list, if the head dot value is greater than the head dot next dot value, if that is the case, like if it is greater, right, then we know that like the next has to come back, right, to its proper location. Otherwise we're just gonna say that you are good right now, and head is just gonna say head is equal to head dot next. We're gonna go to the next one if that is not the case. But if it is the case, head dot value is greater than the next one, so that means it's not sorted. We're gonna say that our node to insert is gonna be equal to the head dot next, right? And then but we do wanna have our previous, in order to we do need another pointer uh, which is gonna locate its proper position. So for that we're gonna say node to insert the previous uh, the real position where it's gonna be. We're gonna start with the uh, dummy dummy head. Okay, we're gonna start with the dummy head, and then we're gonna keep iterating until we find out that this pre value uh, uh, is not, like, it is sorted value. So while this node do insert pre dot next dot value is basically less than node to insert dot value. While it is less than, like while it is less than the current value which we wanna move, that means we're gonna keep incrementing, right? So our node to insert pre dot next is is equal to node to insert pre dot next. And then once we find out that okay, this is the position where our node to insert is gonna go to the node to insert to pre, so for that we wanna have then that our head dot next is gonna become equal to node to insert dot next. Okay, this is basically done for we are basically fixing that node dot the head is basically this time it's gonna go to head's next. Head is gonna point to the its next is gonna be the next of the node to insert dot next. The reason being is that this is gonna change. This is gonna change its position, and it's gonna come before that. Uh, it's gonna it's gonna come after the pre node dot insert pre. So for that we have to say node to insert dot next is going to be equal to node to insert pre dot next, and then the node to insert pre dot next is gonna be equal to node to insert. Okay, once we so now basically what we have done is like the node to insert pre next is gonna be, so the node to insert has come after the node to insert the previous one, and node to insert next is basically equals to the node to insert previous is next. So once we are done with this while loop, all we have to do is to return the dummy head dot next. This should do that. Looking good so far. Yep, and yeah, this works.